Laws of exponent. Ano nga ba ang exponent? Exponent or power denotes the number of times a number can be multiplied or ilang beses mo daw pwede i-multiply ang isang number. Halimbawa, 7 times 7 times 7 can be represented as 7 raised to 3. Kaya lang nakalagay dito is tatlong 7. So, 7 raised to 3. Kung saan si 3, yung tinatawag natin na exponent, and si 7 ay base, or ang tawag natin sa kanya ay base. Exponents follow certain rules that help in simplifying expressions. And ito na nga yung tinatawag natin na laws of exponents. So first, meron tayong product of powers. Ano ba ito? A raised to m times a raised to n equals a raised to m plus n. Ang gagawin lang natin dito is i-add natin yung kanilang exponent. Example, x raised to 5 times x equals x raised to 5 plus 1. So, yung exponent ng unang x, which is 5, and then yung exponent ng ikalawang x, which is 1, i-add lang natin sila. Dahil si x raised to 5 ay nakamultiply kay x. So, ang ating final answer is x raised to 6. Another example, 2y raised to 3 times 4y raised to 2. So first, i-multiply muna natin yung dalawang numbers, si 2 and 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And then y raised to 3 plus 2. Add natin yung exponent ng dalawang y. Kaya ang magiging sagot is 8y raised to 5. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. That is the final answer. Next is the power of a power. Ito naman yung kanyang form. Quantity a raised to m raised to n. So may exponent na dun sa loob, and then meron pang isang exponent. Ano ang gagawin natin? I-multiply lang natin yung mga exponent na yon. Halimbawa, p raised to 6 or quantity p raised to 6 raised to 3. So, magiging siyang p raised to 6 times 3. And 6 times 3 is 18. So, ang ating sagot is p raised to 18. Isa pang halimbawa, 3 raised to 3 or quantity 3 raised to 3 raised to 2. O, ganun ulit yung gagawin natin. 3 raised to, and then multiply natin yung dalawang exponent. 3 times 2 is 6. So, ito ay 3 raised to 6. And, ibig sabihin nito, si 3 ay 6 times nating i-multiply. Kapag minultiply natin ng 6 times si 3, ang magiging sagot is 729. So, 3 raised to 6 is 729. Next is the power of a product. O, yung form niya is quantity A, B raised to M, or A times B raised to M equals A raised to M, B raised to M. Ibig sabihin lang nito, yung power niya sa labas ay kailangan natin i-distribute dun sa lahat ng nandun sa loob ng parenthesis. Example, quantity R raised to 2, B raised to 5. So, i-distribute natin. R raised to 2 times 5, multiply natin yung mga exponent niya. R raised to 2 times 5 times B raised to 1 times 5. Saan galing yung 1? Si V is hindi lang nakasulat yung exponent niya na 1. Dahil kapag 1, hindi na nga natin sinusulat. Diba? So, magiging siyang R raised to 10 times V raised to 5. So, minultiply natin. 2 times 5 is 10, and then 1 times 5 is 5. Yun na yung ating sagot. Next example. Quantity 2, x raised to 3, y raised to 2, raised to 5. O, mahaba-haba pero ganun pa rin yung ating gagawin. I-distribute natin si 5 or yung exponent na 5 sa labas. Kaya magiging siyang 2 raised to 5 times x raised to 3 times 5, yung exponent ni x na 3, and then yung 5 sa labas, times y raised to 2 times 5. Exponent ni y dito na 2, and then imumultiply natin doon sa exponent niya sa labas na 5. Ang final answer is 32, x raised to 15, y raised to 10. So, gawin lang natin ulit. Si 2 is 5 times nating i-multiply. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 32. And then, yung exponent ni x, which is 3 times 5, 15. And then, exponent ni y, 2 times 5 is 10. And that is our final answer. Next is power of quotient. Sa power of quotient, if m is greater than n, then a raised to m over a raised to n equals a raised to m minus n. Ganito lang daw ang gagawin. Kapag yung si m ay mas malaki kay n, or yung m natin is yung exponent sa taas. Kapag daw yung exponent sa taas ng ating fraction ay mas malaki dun sa exponent nung nasa baba, ang gagawin lang natin is ima-minus or isusubtract lang natin. Halimbawa, x raised to 5 over x raised to 3 equals, kopyahin natin si x, and then 5 minus 3. X raised to 5 minus 3 equals x raised to 2. Yun na yung ating sagot. Ima-minus lang natin. Another example, 8 y raised to 9 over 2 y raised to 5 equals, so dahil tayo merong dalawang number dito and pwede naman natin siyang i-divide, so i-divide natin. 8 divided by 2 equals 4, and then y raised to, minus natin or subtract natin yung kanilang exponent. Y raised to 9 minus 5, exponent sa taas minus exponent sa baba, equals 4y raised to 4. 9 minus 5 is 4, so yun yung ating sagot, 4y raised to 4. Next natin is power of quotient pa rin, pero negative yung kanyang exponent. Paano naman yun mangyayari? If m is less than n, or yung exponent sa taas ay mas maliit kaysa dun sa exponent sa baba, then ang magiging sagot natin is ganito, a raised to m over a raised to n equals 1 over a raised to n minus m. So, example, x raised to 3 over x raised to 5. Mapapansin natin na mas maliit yung exponent sa taas. So, ganun pa rin yung gagawin, ima-minus natin. Pero magkakaroon siya ng negative. So, magiging sagot dito is x raised to 3 minus 5 equals x raised to negative 2. Diba, yung una nating ginawa is mina-minus natin si m minus n. Pero, papaano mawawala si negative 2? Kunin lang natin yung reciprocal niya or i-reciprocate lang natin siya. Kaya magiging siyang 1 over x raised to 2. And yun na yung sagot natin. Naging positive na si 2. Next is power of a fraction. Quantity a over b raised to m equals a raised to m over b raised to m. Ganun pa rin, i-distribute ulit natin yung ating power dun sa lahat ng nasa loob. Example, quantity y over z raised to 5 equals y raised to 5 over z raised to 5. So, yan na yung ating sagot. Another example is quantity 3a over 5b raised to 2. Ganun ulit yung gagawin. Magiging siyang 3 raised to 2 times a raised to 2 over 5 raised to 2, b raised to 2. So, binigay lahat natin yung 2 dun sa nasa loob. And then, sagutan natin. I-multiply natin ng dalawang beses si 3. Kaya siya magiging 9. And then, a raised to 2. Next is the denominator. 5 raised to 2 equals 25. 5 times 5 or dalawang beses daw si 5 i-multiply. Kaya siya ay naging 25. Kaya ang ating final answer is 9a raised to 2 over 25b raised to 2. Next, fractional exponent. Paano naman ito? Ito yung ating form, a raised to 1 over n. So, yung exponent niya ay in fraction. So, gagawin natin ay kukunin natin yung kanilang nth root. Kaya ang magiging sagot niya ay nth root of 8. Example, z raised to 1/3 equals cube root of z. Yan na yung ating sagot. Another example, 4 raised to 1 over 2 or 4 raised to 1/2 equals square root of 4. And the square root of 4 is 2. So 2 is the final answer. Okay, last is 0 power. M is equal to 0 or yung exponent natin is equal to 0. So, A raised to M equals 1. Ibig sabihin pala, kapag ka ang ating exponent ay 0, automatic na siya ay equal to 1. Halimbawa, X raised to 0 equals 1. 1 na yung ating sagot. Another example, A raised to 4 over A raised to 4 equals, yung kanina nating halimbawa, kapag ganitong form siya, ay ima-minus natin yung exponent. So, a raised to 4 minus 4 equals a raised to 0. And a raised to 0, dahil siya ay 0 na ang exponent, siya ay equal to 1. Next, 5 raised to 0 plus 2 raised to 2 plus 4 raised to 0 plus 7 raised to 1. So, yung ating 4 at yung 5, dahil sila ay parehong raised to 0, magiging na silang 1. Yan, 1 plus 2 raised to 2 is 4. Yun ay 2 times 2. Plus, 4 raised to 0 is 1. Plus, 7 raised to 1 is equal to 7 pa rin. Final answer is 13. 1 plus 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 13.